Hi,
Hi, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. And how are you?
I am well. Thank you for asking. So, how are you feeling today about this day? Are you excited?
Yes, I'm looking forward to this Saturday. And are you new here? I've never seen you before. I mean, I'm
Yes,
here
I'm
for a
new.
very long time.
Yes, I'm new. And thank you so much for joining this session today. And I hope it's going to be fruitful for you. Well, before we proceed, what I like to do a little bit of, introduction so I get to know you. And so tell me about yourself. What's your name? What you do? What are your hobbies? Something really interesting about you.
Well, I might disappoint on interesting part, but my 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 name is Vinay, and currently living in New Delhi. I'm from Bihar, and I work for an insurance company. It's a PSU, and I have been working and living here in Delhi for past 4.5 years. I did my engineering way back in 2016, and since then I have been working.
That's great to hear. So, do you like this city? What's your favorite spot over here in Delhi?
My room is my favorite spot.
All
But
right, got it. Are
apart
you
from that,
are you an introvert?
sorry,
Are you an introvert?
I never got myself tested, but I think so. I'm
Great.
introvert.
So tell me your hobbies. What do you do? Something really interesting.
Hobbies, when I was a kid, I liked to play cricket, but that is no longer possible. So I just read books, watch movies.
Awesome.
uh, Yeah,
That's great. All right, and you're really funny as well, Vinay.
thank you. Because in job, it helps. Sometimes situation they get
Yes.
tense. This it helps to diffuse that.
Yes, it's just about the mindset, you have to distract yourself from all that pressure and everything, and then you have to focus on your job as well. So great work.
Thank you.
Awesome, Vinay. Well, before I take any sessions, I always ask my students to stay calm and composed and just don't worry about it. You can call me Neha. I'm just your buddy. I'm like your friend, and we are going to be taking this journey together. So I'm just here to help you out. This platform is all about you. So I would appreciate if you speak more, and I'll give you little feedbacks in between. Till
Yeah.
now, I don't see that you have any sort of any sort of fundamentals. Are you lacking anything? No, I don't see that. But let's just proceed with the session so I can really help you out where you need to work. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
awesome. So did you go through the session note? The
No,
notes
I go after the session. I just look when the session
after the
ends.
session.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay, since you have not gone through the session document, it was just really exciting that maybe something that you have forgotten recently, or maybe your friend's name. Has it happened? Have you ever forgotten your friend's name or your colleague's name?
No, I have a very limited number of friends, so I know who they are.
What about maybe new clients? Have you ever forgotten the name, maybe the name of your maybe new
Yeah,
client?
I often forget my colleague's name. Not in this office, but earlier we had so many.
So how did you used to maybe cover it up?
I I stopped taking names, so I don't have to recall their names.
That's great, because it happened with me as well. I forget names very easily, like that. So, what my trick is, I just call you. But I
Mm.
know you, Vinay. But, it happens, it just slips out of your mind. So, you forget it. Right. So I usually say, "Hey, you, how are you?" And then I'll ask my friend, what was her name? Tell me. So it happens. So we are all human and we are bound to make mistakes. So it happens. So it's completely all right. So, what I want to do right now, because I could see that you speak very well, you know the basics, you know the fundamentals, and the way you construct a sentence is really beautiful. So, I'm going to do something really random here today. We're going to be talking about something very different from the topic. If you're comfortable with it, otherwise we can
Yeah,
proceed.
no, I'm comfortable. I like
Great.
to, you know, try new things.
That's awesome. Awesome. So, well, you like to experiment in your life. That's great. Okay. So tell me, how do you actually plan your day? Tell me how your typical Saturday or your weekends go. What do you do?
So, first thing in the morning, I try to meditate and do some yoga and uh, pranayama, and then if I don't have any work, then I stay at home. If I don't have to visit somewhere, then I plan to stay at home and read as much as possible. So that way, I feel that yeah, at the end of the day, I have done something productive. Otherwise, I feel very bad about wasting time throughout. And I don't really have many things to take care of. It's just that I have to be productive. And planning, I only plan when I have lots of work to do. Then I need to prioritize which one I have to do first. Otherwise, if I don't have any pressing matters, then I would just uh, let it happen. As the time pass, just be productive.
All right. So you would like to plan your day and you like to be productive. That's great.
Mm.
All right. You don't like to waste your time on any, random things or anything, but you still try whatever window you get in a day, you still like to try new things. So you
Yes.
like to be spontaneous sometime. That's great. And what about, do you cook? You like to cook? Anything?
Recently, I've shifted to my new place, so I haven't employed a maid yet to cook. So I cook my food by myself. I would like to do it for a month to see whether it's good. Because when the maid cooks, no matter how much you instruct them not to put this
Yeah.
oil this much, but they won't listen.
They'll do what they want to do, right?
Yeah. Because they work for different people, so they just want to cook fast. That's the goal.
So they have this generic dish, this generic, what you call it, masala for every every vegetable or every dish. They'll just put it like, yeah, it's even if it's mutton, even if it's paneer, it's gonna be same. It's gonna taste same.
And they will put water so much and high flame, so it cooks very easily. They don't fry it very.
Runny. You call it runny. The
Yeah.
curry is very runny.
But if I tell them gravy shouldn't be that much, then they will just put it on high flame and let it dry. So that is their way. Instead of just frying, they would put water and everything is with water.
Yeah, it happens. So yeah, enough about the maids and everything and cooking. So you had your breakfast?
No, I just woke up few 15 minutes back.
All right. And what about your meditation, pranayama?
Today,
After this
I will
session,
do afterwards. Generally, I try to wake up early, like 5:30, 5 a.m. But today was not such day where I could have woken up early.
okay,
I'm
are you
still
feeling
adjusting
well?
to I'm still adjusting to this new place. It's very cold here.
Yes, it is. I am also currently living in Delhi, so it's really cold. I was living in Bangalore before this. So,
Mm.
entirely different. And it's very difficult to get adjusted to this much of, what do you call it? Cold. Everything
Same.
is so cold.
Yeah. But even in Delhi, there are certain parts which are very colder than others. West Delhi, it is near to Delhi Cant, so there are lots of trees, lots of open spaces. So
That's
wind always blows and it's very cold. Earlier, I was in East Delhi. It wasn't that cold.
hmm Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna be trusting you on this. If different parts of Delhi they have different weather and temperature. Okay, I'll trust you on that. All right. Well, tell me about anything that has happened. Maybe anything interesting that has happened in the recent month. You just shifted to a new place, but it's within Delhi. So you shifted from one place to
Yeah.
the other. All right, great.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Sarojini Market?
Once I went there. It's mainly for ladies, I think.
Yes, it is. So I've been there once. Yep, since, and then it's so crowded. I couldn't even breathe. Even though I'm very tall, but still I was not able to breathe. There were people everywhere. I went there on Tuesday and I got to know that whenever you go on Tuesday, it's going to be a rush hour or a rush day because everything is dirt cheap on that day. And people actually take week offs or offs from their work to buy things. And I was so confused. I couldn't shop for anything. I went back. I took the metro and then I went back. It was so
Okay.
crowded.
Sarojini Market is famous among the students as well. There's a college nearby, I guess.
I
College
guess so.
students,
Yeah,
they
maybe
prefer
that
it.
could be the reason. But it was Tuesday, and I thought nobody's gonna be there. I'll go there and I'll just shop. Yay! But no, nothing, nothing of that sort.
So my office is in Chandni Chowk. That is also a place where many people come and shop for
Chandni
cheap.
Chowk, that's
Yes,
older Delhi, right?
yes.
Famous for
Oh,
parathas, I guess.
my office is near to that Parathe Wale Gali.
Oh, great. So tell me about how the experience would be. So, do you still like parathas?
I've never tasted that. I went there and it looked so different.
Oily, right? They fry the
They
parathas.
fry, they fry, they fry.
I've heard about that. They fry the parathas and it's just, it's very
Yeah.
bizarre.
Maybe in
Okay,
older days they would have made it very uh, tasty, or
different.
but these days the people, the older generations are gone. They are just there doing their job. I don't think they're really interested in how the food tastes. They are make as long as they can sell it, they won't change.
Yeah, they're not concerned about the quality. They're concerned about the quantity, how much they make in a day.
Yeah,
Right.
and how much they can sell.
Yes. So it's all materialistic for them.
Yeah,
So
most of
whenever
the
you,
shops in Chandni Chowk are like that.
I'm sorry, come again?
Most of the shops, they have lost their charm. It's just they are just biding their time, or what should I say? There's a
Mhm.
term I forgot.
Biding. Say it again and then I'll help you.
They are just doing their job. They are not. They're just passing time, maybe.
So, like I said, so they're just there for the sake of it, for the sake of their business, and they're not concerned about the quantity. I'm sorry, the quality. They just want to make money. So they are very materialistic these days,
Right. Yes.
right? What used to happen in older days? My dad used to tell me that people used to make bonds, long term, relationships with their customers. Nowadays, it's all about how much money I'm making in a month. Be it anything, be it any online platform or be it anything else. It's all about that. So coming to the online platforms, do you any sort of maybe shopping online? What's your favorite platform to shop?
Amazon. I,
Amazon.
yeah, I use Amazon for almost everything. I got their credit card. It gives me 5% cashback no matter what I buy. So that is good. I have, in fact, cards for every platform, for Flipkart, for Zomato, for Amazon. So they have their co-branded cards in types with other banks. So they're very convenient and they will give you lots of offer. I can save lots of time by just ordering online. So groceries delivering, they would just deliver in 10 minutes,
Yeah.
and they would sell it for cheap. They save time and money, and it's very convenient. Yeah.
Yes, it is. And what about, do you always look for maybe any sort of what do you call it? End of season sale or any sort of discounts specifically on these platforms to shop for? Or you just maybe whenever you have a need and then you just go and buy? Do you look for discounts?
For high value items, I generally wait for the discounts to come. Otherwise,
Yeah.
normal like 1,000, I just buy whenever I want. Sometimes on discounts they price it very higher, and then
Yeah.
they give
And
discount.
they just bring it down to, yeah, 70% off. It
Sometimes
happens.
a discount is like 1 rupees discount, and they will highlight blockbuster discount. Just 1 rupees down.
Deal of the day.
Sometimes discounted
Highlight it as
prices are higher than regular prices.
exactly. So they'll highlight it as a deal of the day,
Yes.
right? And then we'll just go crazy, like, yeah, this is deal of the day. My husband actually does this. So whenever he's an addict, online shopping addict, and
Okay.
his favorite one is Amazon. Whenever he see anything like, Amazon is actually pretty clever. They know how to showcase whichever product is not selling. They'll put it as under the deal of the day, and then my husband would come running to me saying, "See, this is the deal. This is on 70% off. Like you don't even need it. Why are
Yeah.
you shopping for such things? Why are you shopping for unnecessary things?" So
Maybe
yeah,
you're not saving 70%, but wasting 30%.
exactly. Then I have to actually tell him that we don't need it. Don't shop. So I've uninstalled a lot of things on his phone just because of this addiction. So do you have any friends who are actually addicted to shopping like this, like my husband?
No. People like to save money. They don't want to waste.
Mm,
But if you have lots of money, then you can afford to. It's not a big deal. Even economy runs on that. The more you spend, the more economy grows. So in a way,
yeah.
you are helping.
No, I don't think so. It's not helping us. We're not saving anything, but we should.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes.
Maybe again, you
I
can start business on Amazon. You can start selling or reselling. Buy cheap on Amazon, sell high on Amazon.
deal of the day
Yeah.
highlights sponsored by Amazon,
Mm. These
right?
days, they have uh, partnered with many influencers as well. I can see that their live shows going on the Amazon website app, and they showcase different products as well.
Hmm. Yes, they do. Everybody is getting so clever these
Mm.
days, and all of these apps and everything. They're helping, but still, we are very prone to actually get addicted to such things as well, I think,
Yeah.
because I remember when I was on a work break because I work in the US time zone. So whenever I wake up early, what I do, I find myself scrolling aimlessly these reels, social media. So yeah, so I had to uninstall a lot of things on my phone as well, just to save time so that I can focus on my health and my life also. It was affecting me. So
Okay.
yeah, they're good. They're pros and cons for everything, right? You just have to focus how you're going to use it.
You can have a discipline. You can already have a pre-made plan as to when you wake up, what is the first thing that you need to do, and just follow that.
Exactly. So yeah, it's all about us, how we're going to use it. They have just made the app to get money out of it. It just
Yeah.
depends on us how we're going to use it. All right, great. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with me about the random questions that I asked. I just wanted to understand your train of thinking, how you think. So great. Are you open to feedback if I'll give
Yes.
you some tips?
Feedbacks are the interesting part. I cannot miss it.
Awesome. So I'm not going to point out anything from what you said, but I would really like you to focus on, know, just building your vocabulary. You're reading a lot, right? You love
Yeah.
to read. So what you can do, there's a task, set aside 15 minutes for yourself every day, make it a habit, and read aloud whatever you're reading to yourself so that you can hear it.
Okay.
Sentence constructions, your fundamentals, your tenses are good, great. We don't need to work on it. We need to work on pronunciation, and you need to work on, like, you use very bad. So instead of just, just keep on repeating this word that I'm feeling very bad, very bad. You can substitute it with something like I feel terrible,
Okay.
I feel awful,
Yeah. Awful.
right? So do that. Start maybe whenever you find a new word, take it as a challenge. Make that word as the word of your day and try and use it.
Okay.
So I'll give you your word of the day. Try and use it. Whenever you're speaking to your friends or your family, just put it, place it somewhere.
I hope they know the meaning. Otherwise, it would be awkward.
Everybody knows it. It's very, common. It's going to be common. I'm not going to give you anything very
Bizarre.
complicated or
I hope
any French word.
it doesn't get any bizarre when I talk to them.
Oh, awesome. So, see, great. Keep doing that and start finding such words, instead of very good, very bad. Try substituting these words with a different word. Okay. That's going to help you with vocab as well. That's pretty much the feedback that I have. Rest, you're confident, you're spontaneous. That I actually liked about you, that you try new things.
Yeah.
So great, awesome. Keep doing that, and just a little bit of reading and reading out aloud to yourself. It's make it a habit, just for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, anything of your interest that you like. Do that. I know it's very
Even,
difficult to speak, speak with your friends in English because ultimately we end up speaking in Hindi with our friends, right?
yeah. Speaking with friends, not possible. I have tried many times, and even in
Yeah,
college during placements, it was really required of me to speak in English because
yeah,
initially I used to get out of, got rejected in group discussion itself.
yeah.
But
So you might
somehow
have been reluctant to speak at that point of time. We all are. I remember my first interview. I was literally shaking. I just ran out of that room. That was just a small room, HR room. I just ran, like, I don't want to give this interview. I want to go back. Then I worked on the things, on the areas that I lagged. So I'm an introvert. So it happened with me. I had to work a lot on actually speaking with people.
how
But
did you
yeah,
do it?
I challenged myself. I
Okay.
started watching. I was not a movie buff anytime, but then I started watching Hollywood movies with subtitles, and I used to pause it whenever I used to find any new word and find the meaning of that word and use it every day. So I had this validity period for a day for myself, which was
Okay.
24 hours. I have to use this word maybe, minimum 5 or 7 times. And
And
then,
how do you use it? To whom you would speak to? Your family members, friends?
myself, my friends, they would never talk to me in English. Then I started speaking to myself. I know it sounds very,
No, no, no. It's all right.
it's bizarre, right? It sounds
For
bizarre.
for me, I'm a very soft spoken, so even during group discussions, you know how the things move. Somebody starts shouting, so my voice would be very less.
So
Nobody
the
was
trick
able to hear that.
for group discussion is whatever you have in your mind, try and speak, be the first one to speak.
Everybody was just waiting for the interviewer to say start, and
Stop and
all of
speak.
them they start, and all of them they just jump in. No, nobody is
In
listening to
that
me.
case, don't jump in the conversation. What you can do is just let them finish, and always try and speak, against the topic that actually outshines you.
Yeah.
Because everybody will be like, yeah, you've spoken, I'm going to give pros, 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 and pros. Everybody will be jumping and shouting, no, this is this, yes, this is good. And then try and speak about the negatives.
Yeah. But
That's going to help
you
you.
know, you have to be like just snatch out of other person's mouth, like, because if you wait, they are like that.
You have to. You have to do that. Group discussions are evil. I actually agree with it.
But fortunately, that is in the past. I no longer need to do that.
Oof, that's over.
Yeah, that's over.
Great.
But it was
Awesome,
fun.
Vinay. Yes, it is always fun to have different experiences in your life. And if you could maybe, inculcate this in your life, try speaking with strangers whenever you travel. If you travel at all,
Okay.
try speaking with them.
I don't talk to strangers. My parents told me.
Whenever you, travel to a different city, travel to a different country altogether, try speak with the locals out there.
That's
It's
what I
very,
did when I was in college. So I started looking for ways to speak. So I
yeah.
found this website, speaky.com, and I
Hmm.
made friends in Colombia. I used to speak with him.
Awesome.
Yeah. That was in
Yeah, there are
2015.
different interesting websites where you can actually do this from the comfort of your home. So keep doing that, okay?
Yeah. Where did you do your schooling from? In Hindi medium or English?
CBSE, English medium.
I also did from CBSE, but everything was taught in Hindi. But though the
Really?
subject were in, yeah, though the subject was and the books were in English, but they would translate it into
Yeah,
Hindi
the
in the end.
teachers, they used to actually speak Hindi, and nobody was forcing us to speak in English. And suddenly in 11th standard, they actually forced us to speak in English only. And that was so bizarre again.
Yeah,
Like
bizarre
suddenly
and
we have been speaking in Hindi and suddenly you're imposing English on us. That was difficult.
some schools they have strict rule not to speak in Hindi, just English.
Now they have. Now they have, but back then, no. I don't think so. That nobody cares, especially in CBSE, nobody cares what you're doing.
I think ICSE is much tougher
Yes,
in
it's
those terms.
they are disciplined, that's tough, and they have rules, certain rules. I'm not sure because I don't have anybody in my family
Yeah,
in the CBSE board, but yeah. But I
CBS is
think,
pretty much easy, and everybody does it.
yeah, and nobody cares about what you're doing, right?
Yeah, you'll get good marks.
Yeah. All right, Vinay. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for joining the session today. If you have any questions, you can ask me because we are
No, I
towards.
think I think I have enough feedback and enough feedback to practice. Once I'm done, then maybe some new questions will come into my mind. Then I will ask.